What is up, guys? It's Tony here, and I am back with another photography critique. Today we are doing a photography critique of my convention photography. This is convention photography from PAX Prime 2013. This is a style of photography that I really never have seen people do lots of. There's street photography, there's landscape photography, there's long exposures, but convention photography isn't really a big name. I mean, it's more media photography. But boy, going to a convention and taking photos and just seeing what's going on and trying to document it is a lot of fun. This is just some of the photos I took. I took about 50 photos that were relatively good. But man, these were some great photos and really interesting photos to take and be part of. And I really just wanted to go ahead and critique them a little bit. And this is a form of photography that you guys should really try out. If you're a photographer and you're going to a convention in the future, please bring your camera. Please take lots of photos because, boy, there's a lot of things going on that are fun to take photos of. So anyway, let's get right into it. Boom, right away, right into it. This is kind of like a photo story in a way, opening up by entering in, and this is what I saw. I saw a mass of people going up escalators that really never ended. This is one, this is two, and if you see up here, this is another escalator up there. This is the Washington Convention Center, and boy, is it huge, and boy, were there a lot of people. Basically, what happened here is, this is a low light situation. The lighting in here was terrible. Yeah, there were bright lights coming in from up here, but that's it. There wasn't much lighting going on down at the bottom. So I had to pretty much, choose between A, boosting up my ISO a ton, and pretty much just having the grainiest photo in the world, or B, trying to find better lighting. So I needed this photo here. I wasn't going to get better lighting here. So what I decided to do is boost up my ISO, and a really good trick when you boost up your ISO is just to go ahead and go black and white, because when you go black and white, the grain doesn't show up as much. You can still see it, but it kind of has that film look to it, and I really think black and white could take your photos to the next level if you try it out a few times. And I'll show you some really cool examples of black and white. But in terms of critiquing, I feel like this is a little bit crooked, just a little bit to the left. I probably could have tilted it a little bit better. It was kind of hard to judge what's not crooked because of where I was standing and what was going on. There was a lot of people around me bumping into me. One big critique is I wish so much that I thought about this photo more. I was just kind of taking it quick, because if I thought about it more, I would have centered myself better and done a portrait-style photo going up the escalators, which would have been amazing. But I wasn't thinking too much. I was just snapping. I was just taking photos quickly. I wasn't really going into this convention wanting to take photos. I was going into here doing video. So it didn't really occur to me until later on that I could really take some good photos. But anyway, here's a cool photo. This is the Oculus Rift line. You can see that in the background. I made sure that that was there, and you can see that it says this line is capped. So obviously this photo is telling a bit of a story. It's saying, look, Oculus VR, everyone should know, or if you don't, look it up, about this great technology, this awesome virtual reality, and it's capped. It's saying, how popular it is. And you see people walking by. You can tell it's at a convention. You can tell it's an event. It just tells a story really well. I really use the depth of field to try to tell the story, and I think it's a very well thought out photo. I was sitting there for a good 30 minutes waiting for the line to be uncapped, taking this photo, and it was a lot of fun taking it. And people were looking at me like, "Don't take that photo," but I took it, and you can see a lot of grain. This is another low light situation. But this is a situation, once again, where I don't care about grain. I think sometimes grain can add to your image, or it makes the image more interesting. This isn't like a portrait photo, so I can care less. And that's something you guys got to realize is sometimes grain doesn't, sometimes it adds to the photo, really. And I think in this photo, it does that. Here's another photo that's really cool and really interesting. I saw two guys sitting there. They were playing Pong, which is awesome. Me and Nick got to play Pong, and we were just checking it out. So, we were covering this event, me and Nick, my partner for YouTube, and we were sitting around checking out the Oculus VR, checking out all these awesome new technologies. And then they're like, "Oh, there's Pong over there. Okay, let's go play Pong." And we played Pong, and we played on the Apple IIe over here. But yeah, so Pong was sitting down, and I was like, "Look at these two guys, playing away." And I thought it was an interesting photo to take at PAX Prime. So in a photo story, you go from this to that. It's kind of funny. So I thought it was interesting to add into this album. And it's a good photo, well taken, I guess. There's the ball there, some good action going on. I waited for that shot. You could see his hand on the knob there. They're really engaged in it. It's just a well-timed shot. A lot of grain, but I'm not too worried. And it's good composition because it does add in other things going on here, like the Apple IIe. It's a decent photo. It's just capturing a moment, and it's interesting. This is a really, I don't know, like this photo I was trying to be a little capturing the moment, interesting, showing, like 20 years from now or 20 years ago, if you saw a photo like this, it would really make you think, why are so many people so interested in this? And it's, League of Legends. And I thought it was just interesting to see all these people just sitting on the floor watching a television of what's going on literally one floor above them. I thought it was just an interesting photo. Interesting, thought behind it. It's more of a story photo than an actual, professional photograph or anything like that. But it's interesting. You can see me dealing with the low light by boosting my ISO up again. You can see a lot of grain. But I don't know, it's an interesting photo. Just wanted to throw it in there. Little crooked, things like that. Something I should probably keep my mind on in the future. Now here's a black and white photo. This is an awesome photo, in my opinion. It's just so, it feels old school. Like when you look at it, it looks like you're looking at like an old school computer show from a while ago, but it's not. And you know that because you see the flat screens and you see, people with their headsets on playing, what is that? Is that COD? I don't know what that is. Counter-Strike? I think it's Counter-Strike. So, you can tell it's not, but it has that feel of being like an old school. It's like old school plus new school. And I think it's really cool. The contrast I did with the processing is really cool. Composition's awesome. You got some people in the front. You could see some characters there. You got the guy on the left in the white shirt, balding a bit. And you got the guy on the right in the, they look pretty old here. I mean, most of the people here look really old. It's kind of interesting because there are a lot of younger people, but it kind of describes the PC, the PC market. No offense, but a little bit. And I'm part of it, so I could say that, kinda. I don't know. It's a really cool photo. I think it really works in black and white. Here's another photo, which is really cool, really well thought out type of photo. You have the leading lines back to the edge. We were way on the end of the line back here. Like, I was, way back here. And I thought it'd be cool to have, a nice depth of field shot, focused in on this computer, going back, seeing all the arms out at the keyboards. Black and white worked well because of all the grain. Like, really, you don't even notice the grain when it's in black and white. I have the color version. I should have showed it, but it's disgusting. When you put color and grain, it's just not a good combination. You can see the light. I'm using the light here. This is a big technique. When you're shooting a convention with computer monitors, try to shoot the people who are near a computer monitor because you get a little bit of the light to show what's going on, to show their faces. Here you can see that a little bit. See, now you can see his face here. If he wasn't facing the monitor, you wouldn't be able to see that. So here you can see this guy's face a bit. It's a cool little photo. Here's another one. This is the Battlefield 4 line. Just capturing a moment, capturing all the people waiting in line. Little interesting photo. Now, here is a photo that I was taking where there was extremely, extremely low light. It was difficult to see anything, but once again, I took a photo where you can kind of, it's not about the people in the photo as much. It's more showing the amount of people sitting here playing the game and what's going on. It's kind of like a good media shot. And also, you got the light bouncing off onto their faces so you can see their faces. Decent photo again. Now, here's a cool little photo where I was actually thinking about trying to make the photo look professional or interesting or whatever, make you think about something. So, we got the dude here playing Battlefield. It's a really good shot. One little complaint I have about my photography is that I think I focused on his back rather than his head. But, it wasn't that noticeable because I think, with the aperture being 3.5, not too wide, and, overall, it's pretty close distance. It wasn't that bad. But then you have Battlefield 4 in the background, this poster way up in the air. It was a well thought out photo again, and good composition. I think I probably should have moved a little bit more to the left or zoomed in a bit because this guy didn't need to be here, but otherwise it's fine. Here is a photo that I wanted to show just because I was getting photos of the light, using the screen's light to brighten the photo a bit more. And here's a photo where we were in low light, where you can really see where there's no light from the screen because the screen's so far away. You really get dark faces. You can't really see what's going on. But I think when you have a situation where you can't see their faces that well, try to get a picture where there's motion in their hands or they're doing something. This is a photo that I waited a long time for to get some movement in the hands. And here's another photo where I had to boost the hell out of the ISO. I mean, I think I was at 6400. What was I at? 3200. Okay, not that bad. But you can really see when I zoomed in there. Look at that. That is really grainy. But once you do the black and white, it's not as noticeable. Just, a random like street photography type of photo. Kid on the floor, sitting here while his parents were doing something else. It was kind of funny. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my convention photography for PAX Prime. Maybe I'll do some more convention photography in the future, and I'll do some more critiques on it. I really want to go to some conventions in Europe. That'd be a lot of fun to take photos of. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I learned something. But that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, like and comment. And I'll see you guys next time.